grown up England youth levels, and it's always been the same purpose. You get a win to start you off, and you're moving forward in the right direction. So obviously it's also something that everybody chases. Everybody's in the exact same position. So I think that's the beauty of tournament football, that it's almost, everything's heightened in that respect. But I think when you look at the tournament as a whole, you take game by game and you expect to grow as you go on. So in terms of the stage that it's going to be on and everything, I'd really like to hope that we just kind of embrace it and let football do the talking, because by that point you'd hope, after preparations and everything, that you hit the ground running and you set a good foundation for you to build on for the rest of the tournament, yeah.
I've only ever cried for the wrong reasons at this stage.
How's it feel, mate? Actually done it, reached the final, Wembley.
Yeah. It's weird, it's elation, and then one more to go. That's it, one more game. What, 6 days to change our lives?
We'll do
Let's
it.
go then. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Beth Mead and I play for England and Arsenal Women. Obviously it was a great summer for myself individually as well as the team, but it's so easy to put so much pressure on yourself as a footballer and the expectation that you need to play to a certain level. But I think this season and this tournament I stripped all that back and kind of became that 6-year-old that enjoyed playing football again. I love reacting and with the fans and experiencing their side of the game as well. I really enjoy that part of it, and us as players really recognise that and appreciate them and their commitment to the game and wanting to come watch us and support us. So yeah, after games we do try and make an effort to see and sign and get photos with as many fans as possible, but that's just a small token of us saying thank you to what they bring to games.
We are just easier to talk to and easier to get in touch with, and yeah, our fan base is growing more and more at the moment, but we still try to make everyone happy. And if there is someone in the stand screaming at me that they want to take a picture, of course I take the time and take a picture with them, because for us, it's nothing we take for granted, and it's not something we experience every day that we have sellout stadiums. So I think we have to give it back to the fans as well. And I think that's a big difference we have compared to other sports.
Meine sind irgendwo bei der Brust hängen geblieben von Adidas. Die kann ich so keine schöne holen. Ja, ganz nice. Kann ich Red Bull level.
We have to pave the way for the next generation, to show them that it's possible to play in big stadiums, in sold-out stadiums, that it's possible to become a professional footballer, even though if you're a girl, and especially if you're a girl, it is possible. And yeah, I just want to give it my all and my best to make the game better and better every day. In Austria, I don't think we have any girls' camp. There's obviously football camps for kids, but not for just girls. So I decided to host my first camp, and it was really cool. And all the spots were taken, and it was like sold out super quickly. So it was amazing to see that if you give the girls the opportunity to play, they will actually show up, and they have so much fun just playing and kicking a ball around, and that made me super happy. And I think that's something, we have to take to the next step. We have to give them the opportunity, because some girls, in my opinion, they don't want to play if it's just with boys, because maybe they are a little intimidated. But if you have girls' teams everywhere, of course they will come, and they will find the love in the sport that I've found. So we have to give them the chance to go and try to see how amazing the sport is.
Yes, the drinks are here. We just talked with the catering sometime. Yeah, and that's everything good. I'm in Austria until 10 p.m., so I'm available anytime. Awesome. Good.
Okay. So, Leah, ein paar Punkte. Was nehmen wir uns denn mit im 1 gegen 1? Was ist wichtig mit dem Ball?
The balance when it comes to developing women's football for us is so important. And I think most of the work we do, people actually don't see. The Women's Euro or competition like the Champions League, they're very, very important to get the message out there, to send the signal. But in the end of the day, if that doesn't turn into more girls playing, more coaches wanting to be involved in women's football, more referees in the game, then what are we doing here? I think developmental work is equally important, and again, program structures, etc., need to be provided also for the base of our game to grow without the bottom no top and without the top no bottom. I think that's very, very important, and the balance of finding this is not always easy, but it's certainly something we focus on.
Moi, je trouve que notre évolution, elle est fantastique. Elle n'est pas parfaite, mais elle est fantastique. Et je pense que ma génération, on s'en rend encore plus compte, parce qu'on a vraiment tout connu, le moment où personne s'intéressait à nous, et aujourd'hui des compétitions qui se déroulent dans des stades pleins avec des familles qui hurlent et des ambiances de folie. Donc en l'espace de 20 ans, c'est quand même incroyable. Je suis Laure Boulleau, je suis une ancienne joueuse de football pour l'équipe de France et le Paris Saint-Germain. Et aujourd'hui, je travaille comme consultante à la télévision française. Le plus difficile, en fait, quand un sport comme le nôtre a eu du mal à se faire respecter, on va dire ça comme ça, parce qu'au début, c'était vraiment ça, c'est de changer les mentalités. Et je pense qu'aujourd'hui, tout n'est pas parfait, mais globalement, on est quand même largement respecté. J'entends beaucoup moins de remarques désobligeantes aujourd'hui. Moi, j'aime m'appuyer sur les vecteurs positifs plutôt que de dire ouais, il y a encore des trucs qui vont pas bien. Je pense que plus on montre une normalité dans la mixité du foot féminin et masculin, plus tout paraîtra normal.
Ich glaube, so Hasskommentare oder schlechtere Kommentare wird es immer geben. Dafür stehen wir auch in der Öffentlichkeit, und deswegen ist es, glaube ich, irgendwo auch normal, dass es eben Leute gibt, die vielleicht jemanden beneiden oder die vielleicht die Sache, die man macht, nicht so gut findet. Da sind wir aber, glaube ich, auch wieder bei den Vorurteilen, die ich schon genannt habe, dass, ja, glaube ich, viele noch diese veralteten Vorurteile im Kopf haben vom Frauenfußball früher und gar nicht so wirklich in Betracht ziehen, dass es sich schon extrem weiterentwickelt hat. Und ich sage immer, die Leute, die sich nicht dafür interessieren, die sollen einfach weiter scrollen und nicht ihren Senf dazu geben. Deswegen versuche ich das größtenteils auszublenden. Und ich glaube, es sind sowieso sehr, sehr viele positive Kommentare dabei, über die man sich dann, glaube ich, mehr freut.
I know my own limits and my boundaries as well. So of course I won't be able to answer to every message I get on Instagram, for example, but I do my best, and yeah, I just try to be approachable as much as I can.
Your social media grows and there's so much more evaluation of you and, you know, all of those things, good and bad. But a lot of us have figured it out now, and how we personally manage that And like I say, we all have a responsibility to grow the game, so it would be a shame if we didn't engage, but there's obviously a limit to, I'm here to perform today and it's not the time to be getting involved.
Ich glaube, es gibt schon so Phasen, also ich sage auch immer, dass Instagram eigentlich so die schönste Nebensache ist, aber der Fokus trotzdem auf dem Fußball bleiben soll. Und gerade wenn wir englische Wochen haben, wenn es einfach sehr, sehr viel das ansteht, wo man einfach wichtige Spiele hat, liegt mein Fokus auch voll darauf. Und deswegen, dann kommt Instagram zum Beispiel auch mal zu kurz, aber das ist, glaube ich, auch total verständlich. Da sind wir immer noch genug Fußballer und weniger eben auf Instagram oder Social Media unterwegs.
I think what we've seen in the tournament already is that, this hasn't just been a change for women's football, but society in general, how we're looked upon. And I think tomorrow is not the end of a journey, but the start of one. And I think regardless of the end result of that game, there'll be a nice moment for reflection. Naturally, it's my job to go out for 90 minutes to play and win. But I think when we look back on this tournament as a whole, we've really started something. And as I say, I think tomorrow is the start of that. I want it to be the start. I want this to be a mark for the future, not looking back on what's come before. The exposure of the game and the accessibility to us as well, it's a real benefit. And I think that those, like you said, those people with a Williamson shirt on, I've probably met them, which is a nice touch. But as the game grows, it's about being, just trying to be authentic, like I said, and us showing that it's not easy and it hasn't been easy, but actually we're doing work, as those did before me, for better conditions for the future. And hopefully, even if they just become fans of the game or they want to play, and like those little boys that are in the stadium as well, it's not just about targeting the girls, it's about making it a norm and almost a society shift as well as just in sport.
It was recognised in London that there were more statues of men and animals than there was of women, which was just 4%, I think, of women, which is outrageous when you think about it. And our Adidas London team obviously wanted to change that. So as part of the campaign to promote the products, we also wanted to promote female bodies, all shapes and sizes. So the athletes had actual body scans, and the team literally turned them into a statue and placed them in London in front of Tower Bridge.
Statue that got put up in London is something really special for me to be part of, together alongside obviously other amazing women. Once Adidas came with the idea to me about actually wanting to create more visibility for female statues in London, I was really excited because I think it's an important thing. Obviously right now, these days, we're all fighting for equal opportunities, equal pay, but I also think that we need to look back in history. We need to kind of honor the women who have done it before us, and hence why I'm obviously really proud that I have been part of this campaign.
We know the record she's broken, and that kind of speaks for itself, but I think off pitch as well, the things she gets involved in, she's always pushing for the equality message. She wants again to leave the game in a better place than when she left it, and that's super clear. And I think a lot of the current but also younger players will look up to her and want to follow in her footsteps.
Generally, I'm quite a chill person before games, but before that final, I was a very nervous person. Even eating before the game was a struggle, and it's not something I've experienced before. And again, obviously it was a final of the European Championships in England, but you knew there was a lot of people there, and you knew there was a lot of expectation on our heads, and that was new. And I've played, obviously, been lucky enough to play in quite a big crowd before, but yeah, it had a different feel to it, so eating-wise was a difficult one at that point, trying to get fuel in the body, but I think a lot of girls had that.
With the great potential as Wembley is the host. It's not, any host. It's the football's home, and you have the men's team that has, wanted to bring the trophy home for decades and decades, and maybe when the women's can do it. I do think this game has the potential to have eternal memories for so many kids, as we have for many male games. I remember Norway beat Brazil in 1998 in the World Cup, and all Norwegians went to the streets, hugged each other, and we haven't had that on the women's side before, and now it's maybe coming.
Meine Probleme hatte ich eigentlich schon einen Tag vorher. Beim Abschlusstraining ist das passiert. Und ich wäre nicht mal bei 80% gewesen. Und das ist einem Finalspiel einfach nicht würdig, und das ist unfair auch meinen Mitspielerinnen gegenüber. Und von daher stand für mich fest, dass ich dieses Spiel nicht spielen werde. Ja, aber am Ende trotzdem die richtige. Und es war schon hart, aber gleichzeitig auch wusste ich dann aber meine Aufgabe auch auf der Bank, wie ich die Mannschaft dann da auch versuche zu unterstützen. Und das habe ich bestmöglich versucht.
The final at Wembley was, I think, a moment of reward for everyone working in the women's game, and it really wrapped up, I think, perfectly what we wanted with this tournament, what we want for women's football, but also all the hard work and commitment that went into this tournament. And I really hope that leagues also get inspired by this, that leagues will create such moments as well domestically, because if we get there, I think then there's no big chance to get around us.
In women's football, we always knew that we would get to this moment. We always believed it. And I think what those moments do is wake a lot of other people up. Those are the people that are like, okay, there's something happening here and I need to get involved, I need to get on board.
Leah Williamson, European champion.
Leah, I mean, you've had a chance to digest now. We
Yeah.
saw the scenes on the final whistle. You were super emotional. It looked like there was an outpouring. Try and sum up what that was all about for you.
Yeah, I just think you talk about things like this so much, and for it actually to happen, first of all, you got to be in a final. We took care of that, and then to deal with what we've dealt with and enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed it so much, but the relief just came because I felt like I'd done it the way that I wanted to do it, you know? I took in every single moment. I never put too much pressure on myself, and as a team, you know, we've just rewritten the history books. We've jumped over that final hurdle that we've never got over before, and I'd like to know all the people that came before us. We were banned from playing football in 1971. It just doesn't seem real. And today, we've taken all of that. We've taken that history. We've built the game up to what it is today. And today was about performance, and we did it. We won. You know, we can't do that without the day in, day out of our league, of our club football. And, you know, we don't just rock up on a national stage and then international stage and then just go into hiding for a year. You know, I'll be at Bournemouth in a couple of weeks. You can come down and watch. And I just think that if somebody's been, you know, if that fire's been lit in them from watching us this tournament, and if they've realised that actually this is something I'm really into, then I urge people to go with them and take them, and all those little girls and boys and, you know, adults. Like, if you've got the fever, join us. Yeah.
Thank you very much.